Thank you, lovely. Jess, thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, no worries. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Oh, wonderful. So, Jess, we know that you have had an amazing couple of years. So, first of all, can you just tell us about you and about what you do?
Yeah, so I was a circus performer and now I opened a circus school, and now that circus school has actually turned into three circus schools and a whole franchise and an events company as well. So now it's four different companies and we franchise and are setting up all over the UK.
Jess, you are absolutely phenomenal. And I hope you don't mind me reminding you, but do you remember when you came to our event last year and you shared that, didn't you? We did the vision board and you said, guess what? Do you know what? I'm thinking about franchising. And it started then, didn't it? Just as an idea.
Yeah, yeah, and it's getting that clarity. So having that time and your guys' support to get that clarity on the vision, and that clarity is what, and then you can break down your goals like we do, and then that's what's got me here after a year.
Amazing. Thank you. So it's been about having the clarity of the vision, about having the time to break down the goals and take it step by step. And it's about having the support of a community of people around you who get it.
Yeah, for sure. Even if I'm not hugely involved in the community, if I'm like buried my head, I'm a bit too busy. You guys are always there in the background supporting me, and I'm so grateful for that. I'll every now and again I'll get a little, "You're doing so well, and we're always here for you," and I'm like, "Oh, these guys are amazing." So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, lovely. It's really good of you to come on today and share your success because we're so happy to have that time and have this moment really to celebrate with you. So massive thank you. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Sam, we're going to have you on next.
Hello.
Hey, Sam, I'm just
Can
going
you
to...
hear me?
Yes.
It's me, Sam. Sorry, I'm just like trying to unmute myself. You've got me. You've got me. So please introduce yourself, Sam, to watching this either live or on the replay.
Yeah, so I'm Sam and I run an online teaching business, teaching English as a foreign language.
Basically. Fantastic. And how long have you been doing it for? Because I think that's important as well.
I've been doing it for about 2.5 years now. Yeah, which is crazy.
It's gone really quickly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were you at the beginning of your journey? And I guess what's like one of your biggest kind of wins at the moment for you?
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, I'm sure everyone can do the maths as to when my business started, COVID. For me, it was kind of like, to begin with, my work that I was currently doing just stopped, and I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. No pressure. It doesn't matter what happens. I've got the time. Let's try. So for me at the beginning, it was really like just a little thing that I was going to have a go of and had no idea what was going to happen. To now, where it's become a very, very intentional. I've got this, again, we're talking about vision, clarity. I know where I'm going. I really want the business to be successful. And I think one of my successes for this year, I think I was having a session with Sarah, I remember, and it was like, Sarah, I really want this. And I kind of, I don't know, something really switched. And yeah, that was a big moment for me this year.
Well done, well done. So Sam runs like the most amazing language cafe as well, which is just like growing every week, and that's been a real joy to kind of see you building that from something that was just like an idea to something that like we're possibly thinking going to take to another level, right? Which is exciting. So what would you say is, I guess, the reason why you joined the membership, and let's go for one thing that you benefit from?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny you're saying about what we benefit from, because I've been really reflecting, listening to the masterclass today, and you're talking about making those changes, and I think often we can have that misconception that you decide to make a change, you make it, and then everything sort of stops and finishes, and it just isn't, it's constant. It's like that consistent little steps, and I think that is what I get from the membership the most, is just that kind of always consistent support through every stage and through every bit, because you know, you push yourself out of the comfort zone, you do something, yay, happy, okay, what's next? And you know, I feel like I'm kind of in my stretch zone again at the moment. I feel like I need, you know, it's like, again, it's like, oh guys, help me, what am I doing?
It's good you talk about the stretch zone, but yeah, really exciting to hear about that. So I guess the only way for people to connect with you would be via Instagram, and I guess we'll share everyone else's links as well after this, because Sam does the most funny reels on her Instagram, which we love very dearly. But we are really, really proud of you, and we're grateful for you being in the membership. So thank you for joining.
No worries.
And now we're going to pin Leonora, who says, can she sing Bob the Builder?
Okay, that was a private message.
I know, but I had to share it.
Well, you do know can you fix it? Yes, you can.
Over to you, Sarah.
Hello, Leonora. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, we connected, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was just under a year ago we first met. You knew Rebecca a little bit before you knew me, but you have really had quite a significant year, haven't you? Could you just talk us through what has happened to you in the course of this year and what you have been up to?
So I am a mum in my 50s, and I don't feel like that in my head. And I had coaching during COVID, transformational coaching, which changed my belief system. And I decided to retrain as a coach, and I now am an ACC coach. Yay! I can say that now.
Well done.
And I have started my own coaching business. But I have to say, it's for this particular community, because that's what we're talking about. Rebecca said, when we feel stuck, we retreat. And I think she will be able to nod and go, yes, that is exactly what Leonora does. And that is the beauty of this community, is that it's, you know, I thought it's like the 3 C's. It's about community, commitment, caring. And I feel that from being part of this community. I feel that you guys care, and actually as a community we care for each other, and we celebrate each other's success. So while we were talking now, I wasn't even thinking about myself. I was thinking about Sam, because she happened to be the one before me, and how I've loved just being part of her journey, and her success feels like my success because we're part of this journey, and watching her come alive doing her Instagram reels motivates me to try. And so I know that's much more than you asked me there, Sarah, but there we go.
Leonora, I love that. You're so right. It's such an important point. We're not here as individuals, each focused on our own success, are we? We're here as a community, and you are amazing, all of you, at genuinely supporting and cheering each other on. And that is really where the power of the community comes in. It's incredible. And Leonora, just before we finish, tell us about your wonderful work that you do and how we can find out more about you.
So I am actually wanting to focus on mothers my age who are wanting to repurpose and are struggling to find their identity, and just to give them the belief in themselves that there is more once your children start to leave home, and that the journey can just start again. And it's super exciting, and you can actually develop a confidence, because I don't know if you remember, my confidence was zilch when I started. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful, Leonora. Thank you. We're so proud of you and so grateful to have you in our community. So thank you so much for coming on today.
Proud. You bring a lot of joy to us. So thank you for being part of it.
Okay. And finally, last but not least, we have amazing Suzanne. So let's bring on Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne.
Hello, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. I think that's what people need to actually take note of as well, is that these women have given up their time, which is a testimony not only to them, but also to them supporting other people. And as Leonora said, it's about the community. So it's about growing that community and being part of it. So we appreciate you, Suzanne, for giving up your time. So for those people that haven't come across you, tell us a bit about you, what you do, who you serve, and then let's go into that a bit more.
So I'm Suzanne and I am a mum from West Yorkshire. You can probably tell from the accent there's a little bit of a Yorkshire twang there. And I support mums who are returning to work after maternity leave in that kind of wobbly space when you go back to work and you're not sure which day it is, which way is up, how you're going to manage to fit everything that you did before into life and suddenly with everything else that you've got on your plate. So that's what I'm really passionate about doing, and that is what I do in my business, and I'm inside coaching. So that's me.
So important. Yeah, so important. I bet you've heard like Sarah and our story and gone, right, like it's everywhere. It's quite a common thing, isn't it, when you're having children and going back into work or making that change. So good work. So you are a qualified coach, and how did you kind of find the catalyst? Like, how did that happen?
So I can have an introduction to Rebecca first via another coaching community. Like Rebecca says, when you first start your business, it can suddenly feel lonely. So I have had a job in a large organisation, always had tons of support and colleagues around me to bounce ideas from. And when I started my own business, it suddenly felt like a really lonely place. So I looked around for other places I could hang out with, other coaches, other women in business who could support me and encourage me. And I met Rebecca and then met Sarah through there. And when I joined the Catalyst community, that was really what I was looking for. I was just looking for a place where I could share my wins and my successes, but also share my wobbles and my frustrations. Because when you work in a large organisation, you've always got a network of people who, you know, can pick you up on a down day, who can give you a kick up the butt gently if a kick up the butt's what's needed. And when you work on your own, you don't always have that. And that's what I came looking for from you guys. And I found it in spades in the community. It doesn't matter what I'm looking for, whether it's I'm thinking about doing this, does it seem like the right thing to do? Has anybody ever done this before? Or just I'm having a complete wobble and I want to hide under a blanket and somebody will either sweep their arms around me if that's what I need, or they'll just go, come on, you can do this, get a grip. What's the step that you can take to move it forward? So no matter what I'm looking for any particular given day or during the week, I will find that here in the community from the lovely ladies who are part of it. So that's what I came for, and that's what I found in spades.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think we need to celebrate you for many reasons. One, Suzanne shows up. Like Monday intentions, Friday celebrations, whether it's alive or not alive, like you can't manage it that week, like she shows up. Two, she's got a young one as well. And three, she builds her business alongside working. So for those people that were crazy enough to do and just jump ship like me, like it's possible to build it alongside. And I know that a lot of the common objections we get is I don't have enough time. Like I'm working full time. I don't have time. I've got young kids. I don't have time. And Suzanne is someone there that shows you that we can make that time. We can work around it and do what we can with the time that we've got. So celebrating you for that. But instead of me celebrating you, like what's one thing that you're really, really proud of in your business that you've built or that you're building?
What I'm most proud of at the moment in the business is being able to say no to things that don't fit. They either don't fit me as a person, they don't seem like the right opportunity for me. Because in my workplace, I was always a people pleaser. I was always there. If there was a development opportunity, I was going to have a go at it. Even if it felt uncomfortable, even if it was not something that felt like it fitted my strengths. And in my business, I've been a lot more determined about saying, actually, I don't think that's a great fit for me. I think you're looking for somebody who drives a Range Rover and I drive a Fiat 500. So it's about knowing who I am and knowing what I bring and being confident that that's enough. And I don't have to be somebody else in order to build the business that I want to build. So that's what I'm most proud of at the moment, because it's really easy when you've been a people pleaser in the past, not to wobble back into that people pleasing in your own business, because it's just taking me away from what I set up to do and what the business meant for me. So saying no is often quite hard, but it's what I'm most proud of at the moment.
Thank you for sharing that. I can see Hannah in the chat, that Range Rover thing resonates with me so much. We all know where the Fiat comment came from now. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for being part of our community, being part of our membership, also showing up and doing what you do. So we appreciate you. And I hope that everyone else, if you've got any questions for any of these wonderful ladies, we will share it with you guys through the email sequence, but also we will share with you their links and everything so you can connect with them and follow their work and maybe get in touch with them one day soon. So thank you.